Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Infinite Magicraid. And today I wanted to talk about a really great feature in this game, but it's one that you need to use wisely. One of my biggest regrets on my first account that I played around with, which was a big reason that when I re-rolled accidentally, I decided to keep this account for, was I messed up my regressions. So today we're going to talk regression. We're going to do a regression guide so you guys don't make the mistakes and use these poorly, and also to make sure you guys have these on hand for when you do need them in general. So I have plenty. I have 4 now. So I just wanted to make sure when I first started that I got one from the shop. You do get one instantly that's, I think, free when you first start the game because they show you that this is a feature you can use, which is really great. But honestly, you don't want to waste these. You want to be careful. So let's see here. So we see 4-star, right? Or 4-star. We see 4 regression potions. Let's say I wanted to buy another one because I want to regress a whole bunch of people right now and redo stuff. Oh wait, 23 days and 5 hours. You can only buy 1 regression potion a month, guys. So don't waste your regression potions. Use them wisely. And it's a really good idea when you first start the game. One of the first purchases you should make should just be buy a regression potion. Day 1, I bought one instantly from the shop just in case I wanted one, just in case I started really focusing hard on someone and pulled someone better. You know, it's just, I really wanted to have that backup. And maybe I won't need them for a while, but I bet I'll be happy when I do need them, right? And even if it's not that you need them, you just want to experiment. Let's say you're playing around with a poison explosion team and you get bored of it and you want to switch to HP burn again. You can just regress your heroes and get stuff back. But let's talk about what you really get back and who is worth regressing. Now, this is something that's probably debatable depending on your opinion of it. Like, would you just regress this guy? I think so because we put so many books into him. Look at those books. Look at those books. Let's see. Is there another one I can show an example of? Let's see. Him. But would we regress this guy that's just some potions? I don't think so. So when it comes to regression, don't be like, oh, but I just threw my potions in them. I wasted them. I'm going to use them as a chicken and I wasted them. Like, okay, let's say I decide I don't need Hardock and I want to crunch him, but I'm like, oh, I want to get my potions back. Don't worry, you get them back. You do get them back when you crunch someone as a chicken if you have some levels into them. Sorry, I always use the word chicken because that's what we used in Raid before they even made chickens. Before chickens were really a thing in Raid, we still called them chickens. They were just food people. They really weren't chickens. But anyway, dragon eggs for this game. You don't want to do it on this. It's just it's not enough to be worth it. But maybe this would be worth it because you're getting all of those scrolls back to fully book a character. So that would be worth it. Now, let's talk about someone who's a little bit more maxed out, like my whim. Let's say I get Catherine from finishing some campaign, right? Which I'm working through hell right now, so it's possible to get her soon. This is the time when regression potions are also worth it. Yes, if you maxed out a character's legendary, especially character skills, and you want those skills for someone else, it might be worth it. And definitely worth it if they're Awaken 5, have exclusives, etc. But I'm going to use Wim as an example just because I'm not going to regress him now, guys. Don't worry. But I want to use him as an example because when people get Catherine from campaign, she fulfills the role of Wim. She's the same mark. She gives everyone shields. She adds the counterattack. And she's just overall a better champion, which makes sense. She's legendary. She's special. She is the top tier champion that you'd probably want for that role, right? And Wim is still going to be needed on your account. So I'm not saying bye-bye Wim forever, but it might be wise to regress your Wim to get resources to quickly build your Catherine. So with this, you would get 2 5-star Wims, which you could use as 5-star, as fodder, you know? You get a bunch of 4-star dragon eggs here. And you'd get oh wait, who cares? We don't even need those Wims. We could probably keep those Wims for future Wim. You're gonna get 19... all of them back. 5-star dragon eggs. That's 19 5-star dragon eggs and 5 4-star dragon eggs. You can see that's what this takes to get an epic to awaken 5. It's a lot of resources. So if you can get all of those back and quickly build another champion, it might be worth it. And for him, for someone who's directly replacing them, great, go for it. Then what? Then we still have a few copies of Whim on our account, and when time comes to focus that faction abyss, you just rebuild your Whim later, right? And you can still save those characters, maybe relock them because you're like, you know what, I don't want to worry about pulling more. I want to make sure I always have a couple ready for those exclusive weapons. So maybe you hold on to them, right? That's definitely an option, but at least you can use the rest of the resources. Almost. So one thing in this game that they don't fully return is emblems. Emblems, you get them back. It makes it look like you get them back. But you gotta remember, when you farm emblems, you're farming for one specific character. So these emblems will stay with Whim. You pull another Whim, they're gonna be on Whim. They're not, unfortunately, gonna be able to go to other characters. So do keep that in mind as well. But I do love this feature either way, right? This is so nice. But you got to keep in mind that they are limited, and the emblems you're still going to have to refarm, which is fine. Just wait until there's another 2 times emblems, farm your emblems quickly, and it really doesn't take that long now that they shortened they didn't make you have to progress through a ton of levels of emblem dungeons to be able to get there for farming higher levels. So yeah, this is just a really great feature, and I want to make sure you guys don't use it improperly like I did. This is the time you want to use it. You want to use it here. So what do you get back? Everything, right? TLDR now, which is funny because this is the end of the video, right? TLDR. So what are you talking about, Ivy? You regress a hero, you get back all of the equivalent amount of dragon eggs that you put into them to get them to 5-star awaken, or whatever it was. You get back all of the skill scrolls that you used in them. You get back all of the experience to get them to level 150 in this case. But you do not get back emblems as far as being able to move them to other characters. So keep that in mind when you're regressing. But this is just such a great feature in the game. I'm really glad it's here. But just keep in mind, these are expensive potions. They are 1,000 diamonds a piece, right? Is it 1,000? Yeah, 1,000 diamonds a piece. But it's smart to just have one on hand, buy one early, keep a couple extra in case you want to change up your team later on, or you just get better champions that replace them. So don't worry, I'm not going to go regress my Whim. He's going to stay on my account. But just keep that in mind. Use it here, use it wisely. If you already maxed out a champion books, again, maybe it's okay. But don't just waste it if you're using it on potions. It's not worth it, because if you decide to crunch a champion, like that's an epic, that you're like, I know I don't need this epic, they're going to be a dragon egg now, you get the potions back. So just some food for thought here with regression. I want to help you guys not make the same mistakes I made on my old account. And I guess I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you in the next video.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.